Hello everyone. Today after a few more days, I was busy with some issues in my family. So I was not uploading any more videos, but from today onwards I hope I can upload regularly. Okay. So let us start with this question. So we are given with this integral which is a fraction. So in the numerator we are given that square root of 1 plus x square plus x whole raised to the power 10 whole thing is divided upon the basically the conjugate of this numerator, right? So square root of 1 plus x square minus x raised to the power 9 dx, and we are given this fraction which is the answer in terms of two unknowns m and n. Okay, so we need to solve this integral first and we need to get the answer in this format, okay, in this given format. So in that way we can find these two values and then we need to find the value of m plus n. Okay, so let us start. So at first, since these two terms in the numerator and denominator are basically conjugates of each other, so it is, I think, very advisable to try rationalization. Okay, so that is, let us try to rationalize this denominator term. Okay, so we are given 1 plus x square plus x whole to the power 10. Okay, and in the denominator this is just the conjugate, so this is square root of 1 plus x square minus x, but the power is 9 here. Okay, so let us multiply these both terms with the conjugate of this. Okay, so this becomes 1 plus x square plus x whole raised to the power 9. Okay, so this is becoming a plus b, sorry, this is a minus b and this is a plus b. Okay, and the powers are same, and I have to multiply this term in the numerator also, so this becomes square root 1 plus x square plus x whole to the power 9. Okay, dx. So now we see these are exactly the same terms, right? This is a plus b to the power 10, this is a plus b to the power 9. So on multiplying this in the numerator, this becomes square root of 1 plus x square plus x whole to the power 10 plus 9, which is 19, right? And this becomes 1 plus x square square root of 1 plus x square whole square minus x whole square, right? So this on further simplification gives us square root of 1 plus x square plus x whole to the power 19 divided by, this just becomes 1 plus x square minus x square dx, right? So this in the denominator, this just becomes 1 now. So we are now left with square root of 1 plus x square plus x whole thing to the power 19. Okay, so this has simplified a lot from this expression. Okay, now in order to do this we need a substitution. Okay, so let us try, let u be this substitution, this term inside this bracket. Okay, that is square root of 1 plus x square plus x. Okay, so this is u. Now I need to find out du, but before that I'm just finding this value. Okay, 1 by u. So 1 by u will become the reciprocal of this, right? So this becomes 1 upon 1 square root of 1 plus x square plus x. So if I try to rationalize this, this will become square root of 1 plus x square with the conjugate, which is minus x. Okay, and in the denominator I'll multiply this term and this term together. Okay, so this will again become square root of 1 plus x square whole square minus x whole square, right? So this again becomes the denominator equal to this, so this just becomes 1, right? So we have 1 by u equal to just square root of 1 plus x square minus x, right? Okay, so you can understand this step. Okay, this is also 1 by u. Okay, so from here now let us find the value of du. Okay, so du, this is equal to Okay, so instead of finding du directly, let us first try to find the square of both sides. Then it is better, it is more advisable to find du that way. Okay, I think this will become 1 by 2 root this, then I think chain rule. So it is more advisable to do squaring of both sides first. Okay, so if we do the squaring both sides, let us first keep the square term to this side and take the other terms, so this becomes u minus x. Okay, now if we square both sides, we get 1 plus x square will be equal to u square minus 2ux plus x square, right? So we can cancel the x squares on both sides. Okay, so if I try to find x in terms of u, okay, so I keep 2ux to this side and I take the 1 to the right hand side, this becomes u square minus 1. So from here we get x equal to u square minus 1 divided by twice u, right? Okay, so if I take half common here, this becomes u square by u will become u, and this will become minus 1 by u, right? I've just taken this 2 apart and I have divided this u square minus 1 divided by u. Okay, so this is the term now. So now if I do dx, the half term will remain as a constant outside, this u will become 1, and usually the derivative of 1 by u is minus 1 by u square, right? But since there is a minus here, this will become plus 1 upon u square times du. Okay, so these are the substitutions we have done: x in terms of u, dx in terms of du. After doing this, and since u is this, we have 1 by u as the basically the conjugate. This is square root of a plus b, this is square root a minus b. Okay, this is 1 by u. So now this is essentially this entire thing here, this is just u to the power 19, right? Times what is dx, half times 1 plus 1 upon u square times du. I hope everything is correct so far. U to the power 19, and this is half times 1 plus 1 by u square, 1 upon u square du. Okay, so if I take half outside and I multiply u to the power 19 with this term in the bracket, okay, so this will become u to the power 19 plus u to the power 19 by u square, which is u to the power 17, right, du. Okay, so this on integration will give us u to the power 19 plus 1, which is 20 by 2, 20, and this will become u to the power 18 by 18. Okay, I will write the plus c later on, okay, in the last step. So if we do the LCM in this step, this will give us or instead of doing the LCM, let us just multiply each of these terms with 2 beforehand. Okay, so this first term will become u to the power 20 upon 40 plus this will become u to the power 18 upon 18 times 2 is 36, right? So the LCM of these two terms is 40 and 36, right? So this is like, I think is going to be 4 9 times 10 times 90 for 360, and this will become 360 by 40 is 9 times, so this is 9 u to the power 20 plus this is 10 times u to the power 18. Okay, so now we need to use both these terms, this u and this 1 by u. Okay, so in order to do that, let us take the term which is in between this u to the power 20 and u to the power 18. Okay, So I am taking u to the power 19 here. So this will give us 9u plus 10 upon u. Okay, so we have gotten 1 by u term here. Okay, upon 360. So now this 1 by 360, if I keep it aside, and this u to the power 19 is nothing but this term, right? Square root of 1 plus x square, 1 plus x square plus x whole to the power 19. Okay, this is u to the power 19 by 360. Okay, now we have this 9u, which is 9 times the square root of 1 plus x square plus x plus 10 times, we have 1 by u, right? What was 1 by u? 1 by u was this negative term, right? So this conjugate term, so this becomes square root of 1 plus x square minus x. So this on further simplification gives us 1 upon 360 times square root of 1 plus x square plus x whole to the power 19 times this. On simplification, this is 9 times this is 10 times this, right? So these are of the similar sign, so this will give us 19 times square root of 1 plus x square, and we have plus 9x and we have minus 10x, so this will give us minus x. Okay, and since we have substituted u in terms of x here, this is the final step, so we can write a plus c here. Okay, so now let us compare this with this format. Okay, so if we write it with taking this 360 together here in the denominator, the format now becomes square root of 1 plus x square plus x whole to the power 19 times 19 times square root of 1 plus x square minus x plus c. Okay, so let us just compare this with the given answer. Okay, so the answer, square root of 1 plus x square x square plus x whole raised to the power n times square root of 1 plus x square minus x whole thing divided by m. Okay, plus c. I believe this is the RHS, right? M is only in the denominator. Okay, so we have solved this integral and we have got this format. Okay, so if we try to compare each of these terms on both sides, what we get m, which is in the denominator, is equal to 360, and we have n, which is equal to, I believe, 19, right? So we have 19 here. So we have entirely solved this integral, and therefore m plus n is equal to 360 plus 20 is 380 minus 1, so 379. Okay, this is the required final answer. So I know this was a bit lengthy integral. This required a few steps here. You can carefully check these steps here. Okay, if you believe there is any mistake in any of my steps, you can highlight in the comments. Okay, and I apologize for not uploading in the meantime. I had a few family tragedies in the meantime. Okay, so sorry for that. I'll try to be more consistent from now on. Okay, so otherwise this is finished, and if you find any mistakes in any of my steps or you find any better alternatives while solving this, you can highlight in the comments. Okay, I'll try to respond to you. Otherwise this is finished. Thank you.